Hi, I'm Arthur Smith. I'm Chief Puppet Creator at Puppet Smith Arts. Well, heck, I kind of am Puppet Smith Arts, but that's beside the point. And I think there's 3 reasons why I should be on your reality show. First, I'm super creative. You see, I have ADD. And while most people think that's a bad thing that needs to be treated, I don't have any of that. I believe it's a blessing. I love my ADD, and I want to be a role model to people that have it, and especially kids that are told that there's something wrong with them that needs to be fixed. ADD is great. For me, the creativity allows me to do lots of things. I've learned how to do everything from working with wood to costuming, from making puppets to working with steel. As you can see, I've made my own suit of armor that I used when I was a professional jouster. So this is real armor. I'm very handy with all kinds of things. Reason number 2 is my mind never stops because of the ADD. I'm always thinking, I'm always creating, always going, ooh, I bet I can do that. I bet I can do that too. And usually I try it and get it done. But not always in the ways that most people would think it should be done. Again, my mind's very creative, so I'm able to create with whatever I have on hand and usually make it work. Third reason is I do this not for the money, but I'm doing this for the experience and mainly for the fun. I think this will be a blast. My biggest fear is that I'd be kicked off the show early and miss out on all the fun. So you wanted to see the puppets, so let's introduce the puppets just a moment and get ready. When I started with the fur-covered one, which is Uno here was my very first puppet, to the ones that you see before you. I went from that to fleece and Antron fleece for Elvis and Rennie and the like. Then I learned how to coat the foam in latex for ones like President Obama, Thriller Michael, onto full sets of clowns, magicians, and now zombies for a convention that we're going to. Went from those to the full-size character costumes, cast puppets in latex completely, and the sky's the limit. That's why the ADD is so great. It lets me go from one thing to another and doesn't let me get locked into any one. Now, what you also wanted to see on this was how I go about creating a puppet, so let's get started. So, now we're going to see at least one method how I can make puppets. But in honor of the competition, this is the first time I've ever tried something like this. So I'm not scared to jump into something I don't know, but give it my best shot. What I've done, I've taken a styrofoam ball and covered it in clay. I have actual monster clay, but I've got 5 pounds of that. And I've got 25 pounds of the gray clay, so I'm going to use the gray clay. Usually I would have some sort of a board with a pole or something to put this on to keep it up so it doesn't get dinged up and it can move easily. But again, this is my first time doing something this size. Everything else I've done have been big or smaller, so I don't have anything for that right now. So we're going to make do. This is going to be a brain. I printed some pictures of brains for reference, and then I sketched out what I want to do. Kind of a humorous eyeballed brain that can talk, since it'll be my brain and since I won't have one. I did start this a few minutes ago, but I messed up the camera. So I have a couple of the detail pieces finished, but we're going to work on the brain. So here we go. Okay, so here's the final puppet. He came out pretty well. I think did a pretty good job for my first try on that kind of puppet. So I have no fear of jumping in when we get on the show and trying things that I haven't done, and hopefully they'll come out this well as well. So there's the puppet, there's my interview, and I think we should be ready to go. What do you say? I say, let him on the show. Thank you for your time.